Trust and God. These are two words so simple, yet their true depth becomes clear with time. Obedience to these words can be challenging. Trusting God, even when the future remains uncertain. Your life might take unexpected turns. You may lose your home and possessions to a fire, or a loved one to an illness. Your dreams, hopes, and cherished relationships could also slip away. Loss, in all its forms, is painful. We prayed fervently for my father's health, just as we did for my mother. We recited scripture and begged God for healing, but my father still found his peace with the Lord. Sometimes, things don't unfold as we wish, and questions remain unanswered. Why didn't my loved one recover? Why am I still suffering? Why did this person leave? Life's mysteries are vast. However, remember that God allows these trials to bring forth goodness. Even if you can't see it at the time, His plan is not random, it is intentional. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways, submit to Him, and He will make your paths straight. But what about when life doesn't go as planned, when prayers seem unanswered and things don't improve? It's easy to get discouraged and wonder why God isn't acting. Perhaps you're facing mistreatment, poor health, or professional setbacks. The temptation is to wait for circumstances to change before finding happiness. Conditional trust places demands on God. It says, I will trust you if you meet my requirements, answer my prayers my way and on my schedule. The problem with this approach is that there will always be things you won't understand and times when God's answers differ from your expectations. Isaiah 55:8-9. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, declares the Lord. As the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. Are you mature enough to accept God's answers, even if they aren't what you hoped for? God's sovereignty means that we won't grasp every event in our lives. Faith is trusting God when life perplexes. His plan isn't linear. It includes twists, turns, disappointments, and setbacks, all meant to mold you. Living in constant worry, frustration, and disappointment robs you of passion and joy, hindering you from experiencing God's favor. Sometimes, life's closed doors and disappointments are merely tests. Will you trust God when life defies reason? You don't need to have everything you desire to be happy. You don't need to live in bitterness over unfulfilled expectations. Believe in better health, but be willing to say, even if it doesn't improve, I will honor God and be my best. When God sees your willingness to surrender, He often gives you more than you gave up. Are you frustrated because your prayers remain unanswered and your plans aren't materializing? Release the pressure. God is in control. Trust that He knows what's best even when you can't comprehend it. I encourage you to trust in God unconditionally as His divine plan unfolds in your life. Romans 8:28. And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him, who have been called according to His purpose.